Hello, hello, hello. It has been too long since the last time I've not only done a reading, but uploaded. So hello, how are you? I hope you're doing well. For those who don't know me, my name is Monroe Eartha, and here I share my sobriety journey as well as card readings. And I do readings for myself, but also for you. I know that if you have come across this video was meant to find you at the exact perfect time. And maybe like me, you're looking for a love reading, honey, okay? Because I caught feelings and I'm trying to see if it's worth my energy, right? I'm reporting to you today, 251 days sober. Still going strong. And, you know, some days are easier than others. I will say, in this sobriety journey, I have been more proud of how I react to situations that, I'll say, test my patience, you know, because the universe is going to keep on testing you, baby. It's going to keep on testing you to see if you've learned the lessons that you were supposed to learn. And when you learn those lessons, that is when the blessings start to come, all right? But you have to learn the lesson for the chapter that you are in order to move forward into the next one. And I know, just based on how I've been reacting to these certain things, that I'm ready for my next blessing, baby. So I'm excited for it, and I'm excited for you because this is a collective. I know it's been a minute. It's been a minute. I'm gonna try to be more consistent on it. All right, I'm locking in. All right. I'm locking in. We're here. We're back. We got sunflowers on our hoodie. And I'm feeling good. I'm feeling real good, y'all. I started a new job. I've been hanging out with my friends more. I've been focusing on my own passions as well and really locking into the things that bring me joy, spending time with my family. It's just been such a beautiful gift to be alive personally. And I know there's a lot going on in the world right now, but I try not to focus too much on all that and just focus on, my own personal journey. And I hope that your personal journey is going as well as it can be. And if you're still going through some trials and tribulations right now, I urge you to stay strong and just remember that you are never alone. Somebody somewhere is going through what you are going through right now. So I promise, even when you feel like you're alone, you're never really alone. And my comment section is always open. Feel free to share your journey. I can't promise to always have good advice to give because I'm not a therapist. I'm just a girl doing her best day by day and sharing her own personal journey and sharing her card readings with y'all. All right. So we're actually not going to do this box because I'm actually saving this box for a private card reading for a friend that I'm doing right after this video. So ignore that box. But we are going to tap into our Oracle cards and our B cards. Now look at these boxes, y'all. If you've seen my other videos, you know what these boxes used to look like. I kept these boxes in my window sill, just charging up by the moon's energy for months. Like it had been a few months and they got sun bleached. So like this is the color that the box is supposed to be. It was this color all the way around. This is what the front of it looks like because I just let it charge under the moon for months, y'all. And it's so funny to me how the color changed. I mean, the cards are fine. The cards are fine because the cards are protected. They were in the box. But I just think that's hilarious how that happened. Science is crazy, y'all. Science is crazy, okay? Now we are pulling open our Oracle cards. What do the fairies have to say? Like I said, y'all, this is a love reading, so I already got my person in mind. Do you have your person in mind? And if you aren't looking for love right now, maybe, love is looking for you, okay? Because like I said, if this video found you, it found you for a reason. It found you for a reason this season, honey, okay? Don't even get it twisted. That was a bad shuffle. Look, y'all, it's been a minute. We are in here. We are thriving. We are having a good time. Whew. It feels like it's been so long. Like, it feels like it's been a year, but I know it hasn't been because I'm literally only 251 days sober. It's just been a couple of months. It's been a couple of months, but that's so long. It's so long when you're doing readings and every time I did a reading for somebody else, I was like, I gotta do a reading for myself. I gotta do a reading for myself. And then I just wasn't. Why is that? Why do we put ourselves on the back burner? Ooh, hello, lights. That happens when the air comes on. Don't worry about it. Shout out to Jadina. She'd be like, thank you, lights, But yeah, I'm happy to be back, y'all. And we're gonna get back into it. All right. So what do the fairies want us to focus on today? I like to pull 3 fairy cards. Ooh, find balance. Look at that. Look at that, y'all. Find balance, okay? Find the balance between your work, rest and playtime, and you will have more energy, harmony, and productivity in your life. Take a power nap, y'all. I slept so much yesterday. Yesterday was Juneteenth. I was off work, y'all. It was a good day, okay? It was a good day. Hey. All right. So, second fairy card, moon energy. Surrender to the natural ebb and flow of life. If you're feeling confused, this fairy comes to calm emotions and reassure you that peace of mind is possible. And look at this. Look at this, y'all. This beautiful card. And I have really been tapping into the moon, y'all. Like, I think my main energy is sun energy. Like, I think that's where I get most of my power, from the sun. But something about the moon, she calls to me. And at the end of the day, aren't we all just a sun or moon looking for our sun or moon? Like, I'm a sun looking for her moon. You feel me? You could be a moon looking for your sun. Something to ponder. Yeah, I know, I just be talking. Ooh, inner child. What I say, y'all, I just be talking. Like, the inner child comes out. You gotta be playful. I've felt so much more playful in my approach to life. The fairies of playfulness remind you to make time to embrace your inner child. Playing keeps us young at heart. Do something silly and fun, but stay safe. All right, so those are our 3 oracle cards. So, with this love that's coming into your life, you're gonna wanna find balance. You're gonna wanna surrender to the natural ebb and flow of life with that moon energy. So don't force anything. Just let it flow. Let it be natural. And also find your inner child. Have fun. Like, don't put too much pressure on the situation, okay? That's what I'm finding. It's like, with this new person coming into your life, don't force anything. Like, don't try and make it be the idea that you have in your head of what a relationship should be. Let it be what it is. Accept it for what it is. Learn whatever lessons you need to learn from it, because this next person, maybe they're your forever person, maybe they're not. And even if they're not, there's still something to learn from that situation and something to gain, and just have fun. Live in the moment. Have fun. Be safe. Don't be crazy now. You ain't got to be no ride or die. You could just be a ride and high, Or sometimes you got to be a ride and buy, because don't be with somebody who don't got your best interest in heart, all right? And that's what we're going to find out in this reading today, y'all. So, because like I said, when I do my readings for myself, it's the readings for all of us. Readings for all of us. It's a collective, a hive mind, if you will, into the hive with these bee-themed cards, Because energy is not singular. It's not. It is all around us, ever flowing, and time itself is not linear. So once this video has found you, if you clicked on this video, if you felt moved to click on this video, it was for you in the right time. And I bet you got somebody you think about, huh? Somebody special you think about. You like, ooh, what's gonna happen? All right. What to expect? What is to expect from this person coming into my life? I think that's so exciting. What are we gonna find out? Oh my gosh. I was about to lose the cards. You see? Ooh, that one wanted to come out. Look, that card wanted to come out. So, and it came out reversed too. So, 3 of Pentacles, okay? We got the 3 of Pentacles. And it came out reversed. So we're gonna find out what that means, all right? And then with that, I guess it's time to start pulling. Boom. Ooh. So we've got 7 of Wands reversed as well. The 7 of Wands. This is what it looks like when it's upright. And then this is what it looks like when it's reversed. All right. 7 of Wands. And then we've got the Barrow, which is the Chariot with this deck. Remember, Barrow is the Chariot. So we've got the Chariot card. And y'all know I'm gonna go into the book with all these. I'm gonna just pull my 6 cards first, and then I'm gonna let y'all know my thoughts on them on the individual cards, and then we'll read the meanings behind the cards afterwards, okay? Next we have 5 of Wands, also reversed, okay? So we've got the 5 of Wands reversed. This is what it looks like when it's upright, so you can see that picture real well, y'all. Look at the beautiful flowers. I love this deck. Oops. So that came out reversed. And then we have 10 of Wands, also reversed. All the wand cards coming out reversed. Very interesting. All the wand cards coming out reversed. You see that big bee, that big old bee with them thick legs. Come on, thickums. All right. And last card is the World. Ooh, the World, but reversed. Uh-oh, y'all. Uh-oh, okay. The World reversed. Crazy. They about to turn your world upside down, honey. They about to turn your world upside down. What is, and I guess the person I'm talking about is about to turn my world upside down too. What is gonna happen? What is happening here on this day? All right, y'all. So from the beginning, I'm gonna go card by card, all right? What I feel, and then we can confirm with the book afterwards. You know how I do. Because like I said, it's been, first of all, it's been a while since I've done a reading for myself, and also I'm remiss to admit that I haven't been studying the book in that time. Look, life been lifing. I've been working on myself. Just not in this way, but it's all right, we're back. Anyway, 3 of Pentacles. So with the 3 of Pentacles, these people, like, they're candle making, they're creating. And so I wonder if it's saying that it's like, because it's reversed, you're going to be creating less, or if there's something that you can't create, and like, you know, going with that moon energy, going with the natural ebb and flow of things. It's not something that you can create. It needs to happen organically, is what I'm taking from that. Then we have the 7 of Wands, and that is a beehive with just some wands leaning against it, and it's reversed, you know? And so, to be honest, y'all, I don't really know what to make of that. I don't really know what to make of that card. I want to say maybe this is going to pull you away from your inner circle that you already have, this person, and you're going to start to drift away. But I could be wrong. Honestly, I'm not that well versed on the wand cards. I don't really know how the wand cards work very well internally. We have the Barrow, the Chariot. That is a transition, I believe. And you see, like, he's carrying the beehive to a new location in a wheelbarrow. So it's like, where are we going, you know? You're gonna go places with this person, and you know, so this person's definitely gonna take you into that next chapter, I believe. And so then we have the, oops, sorry, that was my shoe. Then we have the 5 of Wands reversed, and this is a bunch of people, you know, in a field, just like, looks like they're LARPing almost, like, see, like, looks like they're, you know, casting spells on each other, but then it's reversed, so it's like, y'all are gonna be, I feel like y'all are gonna be either playing pretend or you can't play pretend. You know, I don't know. I don't know, y'all. I don't know. This is a hard one. This is a hard one. 10 of Wands. 10 of Wands. So we've got a beekeeper, and there's this big old bee watching him from behind. And it was reversed. All of our wand cards were reversed. And so maybe while you think that you're watching the bees, the bee is watching you. So while you're looking at them, they're looking at you, honey. And honestly, I felt that today. For the person I'm thinking about, I felt that today. So you were observing, but you were also being observed. And then the World. It's literally the beekeeper being carried out of his bee suit by the bees, just floating, which is wild. But it was reversed. So like I said, I think they about to turn your world upside down. Now let's go into what these cards actually mean. That's my interpretation. Let's go into what these cards actually mean. Okie dokie. So let's go with the Wands, okay? Nope, let's start with the Pentacles. Start with the Pentacles. The Pentacles. pair of pentacles. They're all the way in the back, aren't they? Yep. All right. So we had the Three of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles reversed. All righty. Ooh, too many pages. So yeah, we got a better picture of that Three of Pentacles right there. And then for the reversed Three of Pentacles. All the joy has gone out of the tasks at hand. You no longer appear to value your skills or the talents that you have developed. They have become empty and meaningless ways of simply making enough money to survive. Surely there is another way. It can't all be about paying of the bills. It can't all be about paying of bills. And so I think this goes into what I said I've been focusing on, y'all. You know, finding those things that bring you joy. So even with this new person, do not lose yourself in this new person. All right. I think that is what these cards are telling me right now. They're saying, do not lose yourself. Do not stop doing the things that you already enjoyed doing before you made this person. Don't let this new person consume your life, essentially, which is definitely a lesson that I personally needed to learn. Because, yo, when I love hard. And when I love hard, it's in totality. So I literally eat, sleep, and breathe the person I'm with when I'm with them, which is something that I needed to work on, which is why I needed time away, which is why I was like, let me do this reading, y'all, because I'm starting to feel strongly about this person, and I don't even know if they know that I like them back. And so I definitely needed to do this reading, and I feel like if you came across this video, you needed this reading as well. All right, so let's go to the wands, because yeah, and we're just gonna do all the wands before we do the barrow and the world card, just because all the wands are in the same area, so we may as well do it right there. All right, so we had Seven of Wands first. Seven of Wands. So I passed it. There we go. Seven of Wands. A better look at that picture right there. So Seven of Wands. By the way, I didn't read the buzzwords for the last card, but the buzzwords for Seven of Wands is opposition, conflict, and defense, which is very interesting. So yeah, it looks like there's like wasps invading the beehive, which now that I see a better look of it. But anyway, so it was reversed. So reversed is the inner saboteur is having a field day. You feel as if everyone around you is criticizing you and challenging your motives. You are doubting your own abilities and feel like throwing in the towel and walking away. These challenges blight us all. The trick here is not to be overwhelmed by the inner saboteur. Do not psych yourself out, okay? Because you're probably sitting there thinking, oh, they wouldn't like me. Like, I think they might like me, but what would they like about me? Like, don't even ask yourself that question. You are worthy of love. You are. You are a great person with lots of layers and lots to love. All right. So don't even talk yourself out of it. Don't think just because you like this person so much that they couldn't possibly like you back, because that's just not correct. That's not correct, darling. That's not correct. You're fine. You deserve love just like everybody else. So don't even talk yourself out of it. All right. Don't let that self-saboteur or self-sabotage, as we like to say out here. Don't let it get to you. Okay. Next we have Five of Wands. So we're going to go a couple back. So the buzzwords for Five of Wands is tension, conflict, and disagreement. And like I said, it's these people like LARPing in the field. Beautiful flowers. Love the flowers. Anyway, y'all know yellow's my favorite color. I don't know if you could tell. But anyway, the reversed version of that card is things have gotten out of hand, and the resulting atmosphere is one of spitefulness and one-upmanship. People are being burnt badly by the present situation, and no one seems willing to admit fault, blame, or responsibility. Taking responsibility is having the ability to respond, but to do so spitefully is not helpful. So I don't feel like this card is for me personally, but I feel like this card is saying for you, you may be trying to get into this new relationship out of spite. Maybe you have an ex that you're still pretty jaded over, someone who did you wrong. And are you just getting in this relationship to say, oh, I've moved on too? Is that you trying to force something to happen, you know, where we say like, you know, letting the ebb and flow of things? Are you trying to find that balance? Like, don't forget what we have with these oracle cards, y'all. Like, the oracle cards are like the umbrellas of what the tarot cards are saying. Okay, so the tarot cards give like the nitty gritty. But like, are you forcing this thing out of spite? Do you really like this person? In the words of Keke Palmer, do you really like him, or does he just need a place to stay? You know? I just saw that TikTok yesterday and I was like, that is so funny. But real for a lot of us. I'm going to say a lot of us because I've been there too, y'all. I've been there too. So ask yourself that question. All right? If it's real, it's real. But if you are forcing this thing, you better let that man go. And I ain't talking about the fruit. Okay? Alrighty. What was the last one? We had 10 of Wands. 10 of Wands. The buzzwords are overwhelm, burden, obligations. Okay, y'all. I'm getting a little nervous about this reading because remember I said I had a person in mind too. Okay, what's this card saying? So yeah, like I said, we got that bee. We got that bee watching the beekeeper. So while you watching other people, somebody's watching you. I always feel like somebody's watching me. Anyway, the reverse card is the burden that you feel has seeped into your body and your health may be suffering as a consequence. The weight that you carry is too much for your shoulders. You must find a way to unburden yourself. Delegate or share how you feel with those that you trust and love. So, maybe you like this person so much that you just need to like let somebody know. And honestly, I feel that way too. I literally, before I made this video, before I did this reading, I told my best friend and I told my parents about the person that I was thinking about. I just needed to talk. I needed to talk it out and like really like, you know, share these things because I'm like, I feel like it's a returned feeling. And I was like, I need to make sure I'm not crazy. Like I need to make sure it's not just all in my head. And I don't think it is. It's not. It's only delusional until it comes true. But that being said, talk it out. Yes, you are your own consultant, but sometimes it's good to talk some stuff out, you know? And if you don't have friends or family that you can open up to, there's always therapy, there's always support groups, or like I said, my comment section is always open. Always open, y'all. Be nice. I don't tolerate rudeness, but vulnerability, always open. We love that here, okay? Safe space in my comment section. Alrighty, so that is all the wands. And then we had the barrow. So now we're going into the major arcana. So, excuse me, do you mind opening to where I was trying to open you? Can we do that? Oh, just past it. Okay. The barrow. So, like I said, that's a better view of the picture. In the barrow, for a new destination, just like I said, and wait, did it have the major? Okay, the buzzwords. I was like, where are the buzzwords? Momentum, action, will. Period. Your commitment is paying off and things are moving along exactly as you predicted and desired. But be cautious that you don't let your guard down. Don't leave anything to chance or fate. Maintain your discipline and your vision. There may be obstacles ahead, but you have the necessary abilities and skills to deal with them head on. So, like I said, if it's real, take that action. If you feel like you really like this person, go for it. Flirt a little. Okay? Because nothing beats a failure but a try. And you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. So if you really are feeling something for this person and you've talked it through with your peoples and they say, hey, I don't think it's all one-sided, I'll say go for it. I say go for it. Now, I think you should talk about it with more than one person. Because that way you get like, if one person's like, oh, it's one-sided, and then another person's like, no, it's not one-sided, then you can like meet somewhere in the middle, but like it's probably somewhere in the middle. But I say go for it. Worst they can say is no. Now don't be creepy about it. Don't be breathing all hard in their face. Don't do that. Don't do that. But go for it. Shoot your shot. Live a little. You never know. And they could take you places you ain't never even knew you would go, into that next chapter. You may learn things about yourself that you didn't even know. Peel back them layers. Alrighty. Now we're going into the last card, the World. The World. Can y'all tell I just be singing? All right. So this is that World card. And the buzzwords for this card are rebirth, absolution, and assimilation. Oh, nope. That is for the rebirth. Ignore that. And I know that I could like go and edit these videos. I'm not going to edit this video. I like the raw reading. I feel like the energy is raw when I don't edit these videos. But anyway, the buzzwords for the World are completion, totality, integration, which makes more sense, okay? And we had it reversed. So your goals feel as if they are just out of reach. There is something in the way. It may be a real world obstacle or a personal obstacle that you are unable to overcome. You need to reassess the situation, for the solution is hidden in plain sight. Find the blockage and let the sun shine through. Okay. So in summation, what do we take away from this reading? It feels as though this is somebody who is going to be a great addition to your life if you really do feel strongly for this person. If this is someone who you actually like and it's not out of spite, it's not just to one up your last relationship, it's not to one up your friend, like maybe you think your friend is in a great relationship and you're like, oh, I can find someone better. Don't even make it a competition. If it's truly what you feel is right for your next chapter and someone that you really see yourself with, then take that shot. Go for it. Take a leap of faith. But be safe with that and let it go with its own natural flow as well. So once you take that leap of faith, don't try to keep forcing and controlling the relationship. Let the relationship run its natural course. That could be forever, or it could be a temporary relationship. Either way, you are going to learn things about yourself. You are going to have to remember the things that you like doing in your own free time. Let us not forget about this Pentacle card. You are going to have to keep track of who you are, your individuality in this relationship. And do not let your self-doubt make you lose who you are. Because I think self-doubt not only makes us not take chances and, shoot our shot with the person, but also it may stop us from remembering that who we were before we got into this relationship was a person worthy of love. You don't have to change yourself for this individual, okay? You can remain yourself and still find love. Thank you, lights. Yeah, I be watching them Jadina readings, y'all, and y'all know, if you watch Jadina's channel, you know what the lights be doing, okay? You are not alone. Someone is always going through what you are going through. And if you don't have anyone in your life to talk to, you can always talk to me. My comment section is open. This is still a very small channel, so y'all, I read every comment. So please be nice. And this is a safe space, y'all. If you came across this video, I know it was meant for you. Sometimes we get a little bit off track, There's a lot of colors going on in my brains all the time, but we're sober. This is just me. This is just me sober, y'all. This is just it. High on life, baby. So, with that being said, I will see you in the next reading, which will not be as long of a wait.